Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Martyna and today I have a new From Trash to Treasure project for you guys. I am so excited about this. We've made some Trash to Treasure projects, I think maybe in December or very early in 2021, so it's been a while, and in this kind of series we turn basically a stash of junk into something beautiful, into something that we can use in our journals, or something we can send to our pen pals, or something we can use ourselves. And yeah, so I have a few things here. And this is also very exciting for me, because to make something pretty out of this this stash of junk that I have here, and I will show you in a moment what I have. I want to use my newest digital kit that I now have in my Etsy shop, and so as always when I kind of have a new kit in my shop, I would like to very quickly just show it to you page by page, so you guys can know what you will get exactly in the kit, because of course Etsy allows just for 10 photos, and if you have more pages, which I usually do in your kits, then you can't like post detailed photos of all of them. So this kit, as you can probably see, is rose themed, and I called it Vintage Rose. The link for my shop is in the description box, and also to kind of celebrate this new kit, all of my other kits are now on sale for the whole week, so until the next weekend. And I'm going to, so far I only have this one, so this is the main kit. It is 15 full size US letter size pages, so 15 of them, or you know, if you fold them, it's of course 30 sides. And I will definitely be adding some add-ons. I've wanted to make a rose kit for some time now. Roses are just kind of a special flower for me, and yeah, I'm just very happy with how this turned out. So we have 10 like main pages, so you will see 5 of them are this like mostly imagery and some text and stuff, and then 5 of them have some journaling spaces, and then the last 5, so 10 journals, 10 main pages, and the last 5 are background pages. So here is the look at the papers. So there is a lot of like text from old gardening magazines, very old gardening magazines regarding roses. So I chose articles about roses, and like I said, there is some space for writing. And also, you know, with pages like these where technically there is no space for writing, the background here is still light enough that I think that if you wanted to add some journaling in those spaces, it would really look nicely. Here we have two of those cool vintagey looking sheets for journaling. One more here with the tape holding it in place. This one is like that, so you have a cluster of roses on both sides of the page. Now I don't know if all of those flowers are roses. I tried to only look for rose images, but sometimes I mix up, I don't know, peonies maybe with roses, but still the dominant flowers are definitely roses. So here we have this big journaling space, and then when you fold it up, you have a little bit on it on this side, and then a lot of journaling space on this side. And there is this one with the beautiful flowers, and there's, as with usually with my digital kits, there is a lot of like paint splashes and splatters of different colors, and there is some gold glitter here underneath the flowers. The backgrounds have been made to look like a layered work of mixed media. So we have these two beautiful flowers, and as usually there are some sirens outside my window just the moment I decide to turn on the camera. So we have this one with 2 journaling spots, and then 5 of the background. So these are background pages, and they are, you can print them on the back of the main pages, of course, or you can also print them and add to your journals as such. And they are definitely light enough that with a black pen there is a lot of space for you to journal. And I also love adding them because sometimes, you know, you have those finished pages and this is all good and fine, but sometimes you have maybe your own focal points, your own fussy cut flowers or birds or anything that you would like to make ephemera from using the same backgrounds as you have in the kit, but just make your own ephemera with it. So this is probably what we are going to be making in this project, which I will talk about in just a second. So here's the third one. There's a lot of like antique poetry and more of this. This is from 1901 magazine. The 4th background, and the last one like this. Okay, so once again, this is called Vintage Rose. I hope you guys like it. I have to say I love it. I just had a blast creating it last week. It took me a while. There's a lot of work that goes, of course, into creating digital papers like these, but I had a blast every step of the way. I just love this. Love to do this. So yeah, so today's project, the link for this is in the description box. So today's project, I was thinking, so my last journal collection that I released, this was Woodland Wonders, and you may remember if you watched the flip through that I included ephemera packs packed with all sorts of fun goodies, and I loved making them. I enjoyed it so much, so I thought, why don't I share a process with you guys where we pick a lot of just junk and made ephemera packs with it. So I think I'm going to use this Amazon envelope thingy as my base, so this is going to be like a cover. And then I have random things here. So I have some junk mail envelopes. I have a lot of plastic packaging because, I don't know, for some reason, just everything I've ordered recently came packed in this plastic, and I hate just throwing plastic away because, you know, it's not recyclable. Yeah, so I just decided to keep all of them or most of them and try to make them into something. I also have some like packaging. This was from some stickers, probably this too, and this is a nice like cardstocky piece of paper, so this could be used as like base for cards, and also this looks like a nice vintage postcard, so this could be just used as an ephemera piece on its own. I also have this box from Arteza paints, and yeah, I kept it. I don't need it. No, it's not from the paints, it's from the box for the like pans in which you put the watercolor paint. So yeah, I kept it because, well, just because I had a thought that I might want to use it one day. And yeah, I think that's enough of me chatting. So grab the junk that you have, the packaging, envelopes, any kind of boxes or Amazon packaging. I love this Amazon packaging. I never throw envelopes like these away because they are super sturdy. I like the craft color, and There's so much that you can do with it, and I hope you will enjoy this installment of Trash to Treasure. And just in case you haven't seen the previous videos, I will leave the link to the playlist in the description box below. We've made a much larger ephemera holder once, and also a junk journal from trash. So those projects were so much fun. So what I'm going to do to start with this is, I want this to be my cover. So I'm going to cut this flap like that. I don't need this part. And I also, this is of course closed, I'm going to cut it here and here to open it. And then we are going to see what we can do to decorate it. And on this side, so I'm sorry you guys for not having any videos last week, but I was so like in a mood for making this kit, and also I am currently working on 6 hardcover fairy themed journals to put in my shop, hopefully in early October. So this kind of took priority. You know guys, I go on these like phases. I've just, sorry, we are going to go back to the project in just a second. I just want to tell you guys, because I've noticed that I go on these phases when one week I feel like, oh, all the filming, I can film 10 videos per week, and that's awesome and I love it. And then there is another week when I just feel I just want to sit at my computer and do some digital work, or I just want to play with paint, not worry about filming, about making my space here presentable, and just, you know, paint the covers. So I love all the parts of my job equally, and I think I used to fight with it, you know. I used to be like, yeah, I don't feel like filming today, I feel like maybe working on some digitals, but no, I have to film, I have to do it, and I don't want to do it anymore. So I am going to be filming videos and adding videos to YouTube regularly. And I hope to have at least 2, maybe up to 3 videos per week. But if sometimes, you know, there is just 1 video per week, just know that I am either working behind the scenes on some other exciting projects, or I am just taking a break, because literally this past weekend, I'm filming this on Monday, and I hope this will be uploaded on Monday. But this past weekend, I wanted to like film a few videos, but I was just so tired that I just took the weekend off, and now I'm back to work. Okay, sorry, just wanted to clear it out. Yeah, so we have this, and I was thinking that I would like perhaps to use one of the pages on the front and one of the pages on the back, and then around, because this is of course shorter and narrower, the half of the page is going to be narrower than my cover here. The rest I would cover with paper scraps, because of course, if you've seen my Organize With Me video, where we organized paper scraps, I have a ton of neutral color paper scraps that I also want to use. So let me choose some images. I love this one. Some images for the front and the back. How about I just perhaps use these 2? So what I'm going to do is I am going to fold it in half, so I know where the half is. And I am definitely going to be using my tearing ruler in just a second to have nice torn edges, but for now I just want to have my 2 pieces, front and back. I have my ruler. This is from, I got it from Amazon. This is from Joy Crafts. The brand is Joy Crafts. And I'm just going to attempt to tear just a sliver to just get rid of the even edge. And I just want it to be kind of even-ish. Okay. Now I wish this ruler was, I really love it, but I wish it was transparent and not metal, because it would make it easier. You know, I would see what I'm covering here. Okay. Oh, yeah, exactly. Let's hope this will be better. Okay. And here, I think the We Are Memory Keepers ruler is transparent. They have a set of tearing rulers. Okay, so this is so pretty for the front, I believe. And let's do the same, and we will put this on the back. Now, before we start to actually decorate this cover, I'm thinking I might want to add a flip for the inside. So inside, I would like to add some, eventually, I don't know if we will do it today, because this is definitely going to be more than a one video process. But I would like to add pockets and make ephemera that will go into those pockets. But because you know, with folio like this, you only have those two places where you can add pockets. If you don't intend to add them on your front and back cover, which is absolutely fine, you can do it. But I just think I want my cover to just be decorated and pretty and not functional. Oh, come on, why isn't this not tearing? If you guys have watched any of my previous videos, you know I often struggle with tearing. I don't know what it is. I'm just not the best at tearing paper. That would seem to be the case. Okay, no, this is not good. Okay. Yeah, I don't, why is it so uneven? No, I think I'm going to just tear it with my fingers, just like that. Yep, that's so much better. Okay. So yeah, so if you would like to have more pockets than this, then I would suggest adding some kind of like a flip out, or you can of course stitch some pages inside. This is what we did last time when we did this project. I think I want this to be my front, because this is more flat and we have these on the back, which we are going to cover up. But so with the flap, I'm thinking, how about I use this box, because this is almost or pretty much the same size, so I could use one part of this box as my flap. But how do I do it without... Okay, can I open it on the other side as well to make it easier? Yeah, and I think I am just going to go... I'm going to need two parts of this box. So this for the main flap, and this I'm going to use for like a hinge to hinge the flap to the cover. We will see if it makes sense in just a second. Okay, I am going to attempt to, well, I could probably just do it with scissors. That would make it easier perhaps, or not. So every time I don't film videos for like a week or so, I get so rusty so quickly, and I struggle with the first video. So There might be some struggling in this video, but I always keep those moments, I don't edit them out, because this is how it goes, you know. I believe every crafter there is struggles sometimes, and that's the part of the process. So I never want you guys to think that I can do something that you cannot, because I struggle with a lot of things, and quite often. Oops, and that's totally fine. Okay, so I have this. Now I can cut this bit off. And yeah, so we have this. Now I am going to decide if I want to use it in fact as my hinge or not, or if I want to do something else. Let's see. So these bits can go to the bin. And let's see. So my idea was to have it like that. And so when you, this would be kind of here. And when you open this up, you would of course have this hinged here. The only thing is that this is a bit thick. So as you can see, when we have it like that, it even kind of is bigger than the cover. And I don't know if I like it. It's also very stiff, so it might be hard to add here. No, I think I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to just stick with this bit for now. And I think I'm just going to hinge it my regular way, which is with jump rings and eyelets. I haven't done this. This is nice for like a belly band. I haven't done this in a while. So I think I would like to, but yeah, this is pretty much the perfect height. It's just slightly smaller than the cover, and yeah, I like it. Okay, so because now I know that we are going to be using eyelets to attach this, I think we can go ahead and start with the cover. So what we are going to have is we are going to have these two images. And so we can kind of roughly see how much of the cover we have to cover with scraps. And so I think we can just start. Now I'm going to choose some scraps that I think are going to look well here. And again, if you guys would like to see me organizing my scraps into boxes, into categories, excuse me, then definitely check out the Organize With Me video. Okay, so I have a lot of text. What else can I have? I could have some of these, maybe a little bit of this and this. Do I want to add this? No, the coloring is slightly different. This could look nice. This is wrapping paper scrap. Okay, let's see how much we can decorate with this. So I think, you know, I think I'm just going to start gluing things down. And now I am thinking, which glue do I want? Am I going to be stitching through it? This is a bit thick. I don't know if my sewing machine will manage. So let me start with the glue stick first, and then if anything is coming off or I have some thicker paper, then I can go back and add some wet glue or some double-sided tape. So I really missed chatting with you guys. So when I said that I sometimes don't like feel like I can film a video, it never has anything to do with like me not wanting to craft with you. It's just sometimes, you know, filming videos is difficult, and I've been doing this for over 2 years now, and it's still difficult sometimes. So sometimes I have those days where I just don't feel confident enough, or when I just feel like, I mean, I don't have anything interesting to tell to you guys, and I know that technically you probably would be absolutely fine with me just chatting like I am now about nothing in particular, but honestly, it's just difficult sometimes. It really is just difficult sometimes to, especially when you're not feeling like very confident, to just turn on the camera and start talking, you know, about everything and anything. And also sometimes I just, it's not just the talking, because of course, you know, I think I need to unclog my glue. If I have anything to do it with. Let me take a needle. So sometimes it's like I don't feel confident with my creativity, you know, like I am not convinced that the idea I have, for instance, is good enough to share, and so I just prefer to work alone on this day, because when I work alone I can just go back to the project however much and however often I need, and just edit it and change things. And I don't know, I think if you make videos yourself, then I think you understand. I hope you understand what I'm talking about here. So it's never like I don't want to craft with you, I just don't feel good enough about my creativity on this particular day. Okay, is this long enough? Yeah, just. And I'm not worried if I have some of this peeking through, because I like this craft color. Okay. Like that. And then I'm thinking maybe these book pages, but these are very thin and very old, and so the wet glue sips right through them. So I'm going to use glue stick. I really have a love-hate relationship with glue stick. I don't know, you guys. I like this glue. This is Magic. This is the same brand that I use my wet glue, and it's really good. It sticks, you know. But I remember from when I was a child, I just have always really disliked. Oh my goodness, no, I tore it. That's okay. Always disliked like having gluey, sticky fingers. Fingers? What is it? Fingers. And yeah, with glue stick, there's just really no way to avoid it. More often than not. Yeah, I think I can have this here. Let me see. Yeah, I like it. The thing is that if we don't like anything here, we can always go back. But I'm also thinking that I don't want to just put this kind of on top here and be done with it. I want this focal image to blend into the background somehow. This is the background, and yeah, I will show you how I'm going to attempt to do this. So how are you guys? How have you been? How has your week been? We have last talked last Monday, so a week ago. So do tell me in the comments how you are, how you've been. Are you working on anything exciting at the moment? Any journals, any projects? Like I mentioned, I finished the vintage rose kit. Now I also want to add some add-ons to my shop, and these are going to be like, one of them is definitely going to be like a classic add-on, so there are going to be pockets and tags and journaling cards and envelopes, stuff like that, because I really love using those. And the other add-ons, I'm thinking of maybe adding one which would be fussy cutting elements, and those would be those roses, so that you can fussy cut them out and create your own ephemera with the images from the kit. I think that would be fun. And then this is too short. Is this long enough? Yes, it is. What is this? Oh, just a scrap. And then yeah, and then maybe some other like smaller add-ons that you don't necessarily like, if you don't want to buy the whole kit, but maybe you just want some journaling cards in this style, then you would be able to grab them as well. So that's what I'm planning to work on in the next few days. As I also mentioned, I am working on 6 fairy journals that I hope to have in my shop in October, and we are working on a huge fairy tome junk journal on my Patreon. So this is going to go to the shop most probably sometime in the future as well. Okay, now let's fold it, and now of course we also have to cover the spine here, because when we have this, well, this is not covered at all. So let's check what we could add. How about I just add this piece? Will it work? Will it work? Let's see. Yeah, I think it will work. And I also think that still on the spine I would like to add some fabric or some lace to like fully reinforce it, because I never trust paper on my spine not to tear. So yeah, so this weekend I decided to take a break. I usually work during the weekends, at least a little bit, you know, and especially on Saturday. So on Saturday I finished the kit, put it in my Etsy shop, and then I wanted to film, but I just felt like I really need to rest. So I did, and I had a really nice relaxing weekend. So on Saturday it was mostly like sitting at home, reading. We went for a walk with Zuzia, with our Chihuahua pup, and what else? Yeah, just something like that, because the weather wasn't too great. Okay, so while this is drying, I will let this glue dry for a moment. I now want to take my focal images, and first I'm going to go around with vintage photo. If I can find my ink somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. And then probably gold. You guys know me. Gold is an imperative. So yeah, the weather on Saturday was not perfect, so we just spent the day at home reading, and we watched 2 movies, I think, on Netflix or HBO. And then Saturday was a very beautiful, that was yesterday, that was a very beautiful and very hot day. Not like hot in the summer, like 30 degrees Celsius, but it was 25 maybe. It was very hot, so we decided to go on a little trip with Zuzia, and we went. There are those, oh wow, I don't know what they would be called in English, but they are 4 like artificial fields, not fields, hills in Kraków. I don't know how to call them, but yeah, they are in different parts of Kraków, and you can climb them. But also one of them are in the southern part of, they're called Kopiec in Polish, just in case any of my Polish viewers are listening. So we went, which one was it? I think Kopiec Wandy or Kopiec Kraka is in Podgórze in Kraków. So we went there. There is a lot of like places to walk around it. So we didn't reach the Kopiec, but we had a really nice walk. And then in the evening we went to see a movie with our friends. It was a comedy. I don't usually like comedies, especially not Polish one. This one was a Polish one, but the cast was really good. So we do have some pretty good actors in Poland. So, ooh, did you guys see the Queen's Gambit? The main sort of opponent, the Russian guy from the Queen's Gambit, is actually a Polish actor, Kobierzyński. So this role, of course, wasn't epic or anything like that, but he is a really good actor. So he played in this movie, and it was called Teściowie, which would be like in-laws. And so it was kind of like comedy / drama with 2 pairs of in-laws. Okay, let's see now. Gold. I want to add some gold. And I have this, but this is pretty much over. No, I think I'm going to go with this. So I have this gold paste or gold wax from Daily Art. This is called patina gold. But like I always say, any gilding wax or gilding paste will do for this technique, especially if it's a bit thicker, I would say, because a thicker one kind of seems to dry much faster, and you won't smear it, because I usually don't wait for it to dry or anything. I just continue with my project, and then with a thinner paste or thinner wax, it can just smear, and then I have gold everywhere. And as usual, I am just dipping my finger in the wax, and I am using it to go around the edges. So yeah, it was really funny. There was a lot of drama. So it was basically about, like, there was supposed to be a wedding, and the groom kind of changed his mind at the last moment, and we start with his parents, who are in the like the reception, were in a place where the wedding reception was supposed to take place, and they're like, whoa, what do we do? Do we go on with the party? Do we apologize? What's going on? And so we slowly, there's then of course the second pair of the parents of the girl, and then we slowly uncover what happened, and we see the tensions between those two pairs of parents, and it was really good actually. So we had fun. We usually, my boyfriend and I, we usually go to those very small cinemas. We call them studio cinema. Like, they are sometimes, you know, they fit like 12 people or something like that. They are more, there aren't as many commercials before the movie starts, so we like those. But this time we went, sorry, just will clean my finger. We went to a cinema city, so a bigger chain cinema, and got some popcorn. I haven't had movie like cinema popcorn in ages. It was so good and so fun. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so we have, I think we can already fold it to see how our front cover will look. Okay, I like it. And then I want to add some elements that will kind of overlap the background and this, so that it does not stand out like this. But I like it so far, and I say let's glue it down. So this is probably all we are going to have time for today, this front cover. Next time we will probably go ahead and do the inside cover, maybe the pockets, maybe the flap, and probably the third video, or maybe the third and fourth, we'll be making ephemera to fill this ephemera folio, which is an exciting part. I do love making ephemera. Okay, so there is this one. Let's make sure it's glued all the way. And so on Netflix on Saturday we watched, what was the title? Knives Out, maybe? Knives Out. This is like a crime story, like the most typical whodunit. You know, we have a party, and the head of the family dies, and every person from, you know, his family and his closest circle is a suspect. And it stars Daniel Craig as like a strange, eccentric detective, and it was really fun too. And then we also watched Devil Wears Prada. I've seen this movie like 3 times already, but it's entertaining. So nothing, as you can see, nothing like of a high culture this weekend in this household. But I guess that was what we both needed. We both had we both were a bit tired. Okay, you guys, I love how this is looking. I love it. Now I think that before we move any further, I want to round those corners. So I have my We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder, and I am using it to round the corners, and I am using the 7mm corner rounder. It has 3. Why isn't it? Is it too thick? Oh, it's too thick. Let's try this one. Oh no, these are too thick. Okay. I'm going to have to round them with my scissors. That's okay, they're not going to be perfect, but that's totally fine. Yep, awesome. Oh yes, I really do like it. So now what could we use to kind of bring it all together and make sure that this image on the front does not look like it is being slapped on top of everything else, which of course it has been, but how do we, oh come on, why is it this glue working, cooperating with me today? Okay, just need a little bit more for this corner here. Now I am definitely going to be inking the edges. I think just inking without gold, that would probably be too much. I want this image to stand out. But what could we use to kind of tie everything? Oh, I know. Let's see. So I have these out. These are vintage tags from my Your Creative Studio box that I got, and I unboxed in the previous video. And I remember there were some rose themed tags here, so let me just try to look for them, and maybe I could do something with them, add them here somehow. This is pretty. So anything that has roses on it and it's not too dark, because too dark just would not. This is so pretty. I love these tags. So if you haven't seen this video, definitely check it out. We made a cute spread in our journal that we made from an old book in this video, using those Your Creative Studio elements. And I actually liked what we did with these sort of tags with the little piece of twine, you know. It didn't serve any other purpose than just decoration, but I kind of liked that. And I'm thinking if we added them somewhere here and maybe one up there, or this one, that could be cute. Could be. I'm just looking at or maybe just here. I'm just looking at the screen, because sometimes I see things better when I'm looking at them kind of from above. Okay, maybe these two. Yeah, maybe these two. What else could we use? What else? I'm sorry, I'm going to reach. Oh. I have my labels, so perhaps we could use some or maybe our stamped scraps, just like that, just as decoration. So these two we made mostly together in a recent Good Hope, perhaps here. I think I like it in a recent video. Love, maybe love. And this is a nice piece of piano paper, so piano roll paper. So as you can probably see, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I am just trying to see what will look nice. Let me see, how about a label? Something from Tracie Fox to tie in sort of the two the two parts here. So I am just trying to figure out what will look nice. No, perhaps not this. I like this love, but I don't know if it's not too big. How about create? Maybe that might be better. Maybe we could have a label somewhere here, tucked in, and then more labels, more labels. Maybe a label up there, or a couple even. And again, I am trying to kind of overlap both the background and the focal image to make sure that they go together nicely. And then we could, I think, maybe have one more here to have the triangle formed. Now, do I want a red one, or do I want maybe a smaller red one? And how about just a tiny brown one or black one, like that? And then, since we have like a pair here, a pair here, how about we just add a pair somewhere here, and then kind of have it like this. How is this? Do we want these tags, or don't we? Maybe we don't want them at all. And if we don't, what else could we use? What else could we use here? Because I feel something here would really be nice. How about a label, like a bigger label to add some actual writing? I have one like this. No, this is too big. Okay, let's see. I have some more ephemera just to make this decision even more difficult. How about this? A little like, well, label pretty much, but we could have this here, and maybe with one of the tags, maybe one of the tags, and of course some label. Oh, I like it. I like this. I like this. Definitely some gold around this tag. And then we could add a label here. And do we want one more, or not necessarily? Let's see. I don't think so. Okay, I think I quite like it. So let me put aside these things that we aren't using, at least at the moment. Now, this is not all that I want to add. I would like to add some more texture, I suppose, to this, and we will see what we can use to do that. But so far, let us start with this. Okay, so first I am going to glue down my labels. These are not my labels, of course. These are from Tracie Fox, who's Love Junk Journals on Etsy, Love Junk Journals, and she has the best digital labels ever. I love them. You know, I do. I use them all the time. All the time. Okay. Ooh, maybe I will add some metal elements to this. So I've recently used some metal elements on the cover that we are making for our fairy junk journal tome on Patreon, and I actually really like how this looked. So we can see if we want to perhaps use some here as well. I will show you what I'm talking about in just a second. I should have a piece of twine here somewhere left on my desk that I can put through this. Do I or don't I? Oh, yes, I do. Here it is. A little piece of twine to go with our cute tag. Really like these tags, and I especially like using them like I used them on in a previous video as just a part of a background, really, part of a decoration. Okay, so this I can glue, and this requires wet glue because it's very thick, and I don't think I want it sticking out of the cover, but I like how it adds texture because of the twine and because it's clearly a tag on a page here. And then I am going to need a little bit of this for this label thingy. I don't really know where I got this one from. This was maybe in some ephemera pack, or it could have been in Happy Mail as well. That's just really nice. It's October. It says October, but I suppose it's October 31st, 2009. Now which glue? I think I'm going to go with this again. Just add a thinner layer because this paper isn't very thick. I don't want the glue to sip through and not look nice. Okay, now I really like what we have going on here, so I think this is the time when I want to add this to the edges. And I'm thinking some metal elements for like the corners perhaps, and definitely some fabric or lace preferably. I think lace and roses just go so well together. They just both have like a vintage and yet timeless feel to them. Okay. Yep. So the metal elements that I was thinking, let me show you what I had in mind. So I have these like corners that are very thin and very like flimsy, but I was thinking, how about we add some of them, well, not some of them, 4 of them perhaps, or just 2, no, 4 of them here, or is that too much? No, I think it might be too much, but I also have some other. So I have this. Now I could perhaps add this here. And I also have some tiny ones. If I can find them. Well, not tiny perhaps, but just I have something like this. So maybe this would also look nice. Because you know, I always look for ways to add texture to my project. So let me try how it would look if I added some gold to it to make it a bit lighter. Okay, I think this would look nice. I should have some that, oh yes I do, that are even smaller than this one, and perhaps one like this would work. What do you guys think? I really hope, I really wish, I mean, in cases such as this, that you would be able to tell me. What do you think? Do we want to add it, or is it too much? You know what? I will think about it, but first I'm going to look for some lace that we could add on the spine. Okay, so I found this piece, and I'm actually thinking I will use this here. So let me plug my glue gun, and while this is heating, we will add the. Now, which one do I unplug so I don't use one of my lights? Okay, so I think which way do I want it? This way, maybe the front. No, it doesn't matter, they are the same. Okay, so the way I usually do it is I add wet glue along the spine of my project. Smoosh it out with my finger and kind of distribute it with my finger, and I'm making sure the top and the bottom have glue as well. Now you can always add more later, of course, so that's okay. And now I am trying to kind of be as even as possible here. You can fold it, make sure it's where you want it to be before it's stuck. This is, I like using wet glue for this exact reason, that it gives you time to change your mind or change something or fix a mistake, because it doesn't stick at once like hot glue does, for instance. Okay, let's see. Oh yes, I really like it. I really do. What do you guys think? I think it's really pretty. Now this is going to go here. So do I want to add maybe some gold leaf trim here? How about, well, I know I do want to add it, but I don't know as where. I could add it here along this line, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So I will cut a piece just slightly longer than what I need. And so I'm going to go leaf by leaf and glue it down. So I will pause the camera because this video is already very long, and I will be right back when this is glued. Okay, this is now glued down and took a little bit longer than anticipated, but let's put some finishing touches on here. So I think I'm going to put some glue on this piece. Glue it down. I'm gluing it with my hot glue because I don't have any metal glue. So anything that would really hold metal well. But hot glue just works really good with this. And yeah, it dries transparent, so you pretty much don't see it. Now I am going to grab again, and I was thinking I would like to add something shiny to those clusters that we have here. So I have some sequins, and I also have some confetti like hearts and stars. So I am just going to go with the gold ones and add them here, there and everywhere. And they are obviously tiny, so it's hard for me to show you guys up close, but I'm just picking them with my finger and adding them kind of randomly, but making sure that I have something gold in all of these clusters. So little hearts and stars and sequins. I really like adding little sprinkly embellishments like that. I think they add really a lot, just so little effort. Maybe a little star. Oops, where is it? Did I lose it? It's here somewhere, but that's okay. This one will do just fine, so let's add it here. Now my finger is more sticky than this paper, and maybe one more here. A little heart. And then again, this wet glue dries clear, so I am not worried that it will leave a mark. And the last thing I'm thinking, well, I don't know if, but I just feel I need to do it. I just feel this just does not blend enough for me, so I hope I'm not going to destroy it, but I'm going to take some gold on my finger and just kind of try to add it like in a few random places to blend the, yeah, like I said, the background with these with all the elements together pretty much. So let me add some here as well, and I'm adding a very thin layer so it dries pretty much instantly, but hope you can see that it adds just a little bit of distressing, which I like, and yeah, it just blends everything together nicely. Okay, what do you guys think? I think it's so cute. So here is the cover. So basically we have the back cover, which is not decorated yet. Maybe we will add some trim along this line as well, but I don't think we are going to be decorating the back, but the front I really like. So in the next video we are going to be doing the inside with the flap and then the ephemera to go in this. So thank you so much for crafting with me today, you guys. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you joined me in creating something beautiful from things that you would normally want to, throw away. And yeah, again, the Vintage Royce kit is now available in my Etsy shop. Do check it out if you like it, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Bye, guys.